Welcome back, guys. Automotive Inc. here. Today we are going to talk about the Ford Super Duty 7.3 Godzilla Tremor and what is too hot. Before we get started though, please smash the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up to the end of the video. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when new content is posted. Now, you can always go to the channel, hit the search bar, and type in whatever. Just keep it simple, and more than likely, I got a video on it. If you want a video on it, please make sure you comment in this video, and I will try and make those specific videos for you. So, what is too hot? As you guys saw in the trailer tow videos, I will link those down below, that the Godzilla tends to stay hot. Now, if you guys also want to go back and see the Ike G run that I did with the L8T and Allison way back when with the 2024 Chevy HD, I will link that down below. I was the first channel to put that exact type of vehicle up these both sides, but it wasn't just named and it tests 170 mile rip. So that's a pretty cool thing, but the Chevy tends to run lower. All my Ram people have kind of sounded off saying that their Rams stay lower, but for some reason, the Ford seems to have higher engine temps, coolant temps, and transmission temps. So I reached out to my Ford people, some master techs, talked with them. They've looked up the specs, so let's get started. First things first, guys, no matter what Super Duty you got, if you got this LCD screen here, you can see you have the coolant temp on the far left. The next one is the oil temp. Next one's trans temp, fuel gauge, and so on. If we go over here to our menu here, we can go down to gauges, and we'll scroll up here to measurements. Now you can see right here, this just replicates the numbers that you see at the top. Not an overly useful screen unless you're concerned about your battery voltage, because you can see that. But at the end of the day, as we scroll down, guys, we can look right here. So after talking with them, you can bring up these aux gauges while you're driving if you really wanted to see the max temp. So if we just correlate the 300 max right there on the oil temp to that gauge right there, that far red line at the end, it would be 300 degrees. So they're saying that temperatures up to around 280 degrees, which I didn't reach that on any of my tests, is going to be kind of your danger zone, if you will, on your oil temp. So if we go down one more right here, we have our trans temp. As you guys saw, I think I got close to 240 degrees on that. So that yellow area right there is right around 265 degrees. So if you hit the yellow up here, you're in the area of watch out now. And then the red is 300 max. If you go over to the coolant temp, you can see right there, it replicates that number at the top. And you can see right there that right around that 265 degree mark is your danger zone. Now, I haven't seen that at all on the coolant temps. I haven't seen close to the max temp on the oil temp or the trans temp. But see, as you guys could see before, I've told you guys, without having like little hash marks on those LCD gauges, there's really no way to really differentiate what the heck you're looking at until you pull up these auxiliary screens. Then you can kind of get like a I don't know, a bookmark of what those little edges mean on these gauges, those little white lines. Again, if Ford would have made those gauges a little bit more sophisticated, gave us a little more hash marks, all of us people that want more data would have that. Now, believe it or not, there is a setting you can go into and actually turn the numbers off. Why you would want those off, I have no idea, but I'll do a video later on how to set up these gauges and make them a little bit more sophisticated. But that is your danger zone, guys, and what is too hot and what is not. And again, like I said, you can have all of this stuff up if you want. I will do a video later on how to configure that. Now, as curiosity kills the cat, we all know that temperature and heat is a destroyer of everything, whether it be a paint on your house, the paint on your car, your engine parts, and everything like that. Well, from the master techs, they have told me that is because they use full synthetic transmission fluid, that fluid can handle those higher temps. The transmission's made to handle those temps, and no matter if you want to use the gear selector and take gears away or try and manually shift it, the way Ford designed this transmission is to leave it in 10th and do your thing. The truck knows what it's supposed to do, and you don't have to worry about those temperatures. Same thing when towing. If you want to gear down while you're going and manage those temperatures, you can, keeping in mind there is a retarding system in there that won't let you do any shifts that the transmission really doesn't want. It will stop itself, it will do whatever it needs. So again, it is there, it is a tool for you to use, but at the end of the day, you can leave it in 10th and let the transmission do its gear hunting. If you think you want to lock it out in 7th, lock it out in 7th, but all reality, the truck itself, if it doesn't want to go past 7th, it's not going to. So it's going to limit itself. I see all these videos out there of people coming up with great ideas and whatnot to try. Have at it. But at the end of the day, the way it's designed is to do that. Now, time will tell. As we know, Ford has issues with their transmission. Everybody has issues with their various engines and transmissions and whatnot out there. So Ford is not immune, Chevy's not immune, Ram's not immune, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, that is what is too hot when you're talking about your 7.3 Godzilla. If you have a power stroke, these gauges are going to be the same. You can cruise over there and cruise through those gauges the exact same way and see what those benchmarks are. So you know when you hit the yellow, that's the, okay, we got to back off or whatever we got to do to regulate, or hey, maybe there's an issue with the truck. But at the end of the day, guys, do what you need to. Do as you do. This is just Automotive Inc. finally giving you the numbers that Ford doesn't want to put on the gauges themselves. So appreciate you guys all being here, and catch you on the next one.